Hi guys, for this PickACrystal, we're going to be discussing how you guys can get to the 4D. What do you guys need to realize about yourself in order to get there? So to get to the 4D, you guys need to be connected to yourselves spiritually, intuitively, and consciously. Like you guys need to understand yourselves on a deeper level. So who is this person and what does this person look like? So I feel like sometimes we feel like we know this. I feel like it comes back to that whole we know who we are already and we don't need to question ourselves. But that's always ego. It's always better to question yourself, to always I feel like it could get tricky if you overthink it. Like, not that you have to doubt yourself, but I think it's always best to rethink things and always think, does this align with who I am as a person? Am I in touch with myself intuitively? Am I in touch with myself? Am I aligned with myself spiritually? Am I in touch with my higher self? Because sometimes I think it's quicker to get in touch with your ego than it is your higher self. In fact, I know it is. But that ego is so loud, and you can access it so much quicker that sometimes it just feels like it's your higher self. Because I feel like your ego, that place, that person, that part of you, feels like it has your back. Feels like it's always looking out for you, but it really isn't. So anyway, so sometimes when I don't want to say I'm at a loss for readings that I should do. It's more just like, what should I be posting about? Sometimes I'll tap into this and I'll ask spirit. And I felt like this was actually the topic of choice, and I was surprised because I don't know, I didn't see it coming. But boom. So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna get to it. I have a new deck. I'm excited about it. And yeah, so if you guys feel like this crystal resonates with you, feel free to fast forward, click the link below to pile 1. If you feel like this crystal resonates with you, feel free to fast forward to pile 2. All right, so pile 1, how can you get to the 4D? How can you guys connect with yourselves spiritually, intuitively, and on a more conscious level? Oop. What do you guys need to realize about yourself? Who is this person? What does this person look like? Sorry for the background noise. To the 4D. All right, I'm gonna start channeling. Okay, guys. How can you guys get to the 4D? How can you guys get to the 4D? Pile 1. I don't know what that thing is called in the background, whatever bug that is. I'm talking about real life, I'm sorry. I always think of the summertime when I hear that thing, but I'm over the summer. All right. So I'm picking up on this energy that maybe currently you guys may be either stuck in your shadow or trying to transform your shadow, or dealing with your shadow more so than ever right now. I'm just picking up on that transforming the shadow is either currently going on, or this is what needs to occur. And you may be aware of it. Transforming the shadow in order to get to the 4D. In order to be in touch with yourselves on a more intuitive level, like more in line with yourself, aligned with who you actually are, because that's the point. Like, what is the 4D? It's, I'm gonna open my eyes just to be more clear, just in case you guys aren't. It's separating yourself from who you were told you were, who you were taught you were growing up, who you were meant to be. And then it's like you're like relearning who you actually are and what resonates with you and what doesn't. It's kind of like unlearning the stuff you were taught and figuring out who you actually are, just to be clear. So when you do this, you're more in line with who you actually are spiritually. You're therefore more in touch with yourself intuitively and consciously. Which makes sense if you think about it, right? Because you're more, if you're acting more like yourself instead of somebody you believe yourself to be, then why wouldn't you be more in touch with your psyche, right? You'd be more disconnected from your psyche because it's not aligned with who you actually are. The best way I can describe this energy in regards to transforming the shadow is maybe trying to figure out what your shadow is. Maybe you guys don't realize the things that maybe you say or do are shadowy like things, or maybe you don't realize how they affect other people. Maybe you guys are aware that these are your shadows and you're aware of it, but you don't realize why it needs to change, why it needs to transform. Maybe you guys don't realize how it affects other people. Maybe if you were to have, and I'm not saying it's either your energy or it's not, but maybe there's a lack in empathy here. I'm gonna open my eyes. When you, and I'm not saying this is necessarily the case, I'm going off of what I'm seeing so far. When you lack in empathy, you lack in truly being able to see what your actions do to other people. And when you're able to do this, that's when you're able to change. That's when you're able to want to make the change. Because you can't just change for the sake of somebody like myself saying, okay, Spirit's saying you have to transform your shadow. You have to want to transform your shadow, right? But what can provoke this? Maybe if you guys were to see kind of being like a fly on the wall. So when I think about this, like, I never got in this energy until I think I was like 16 or 17 years old. And I started thinking about like the harsh things I would say to my mom when we would fight. And I would think about how she would cry. And then I never used to care because I used to give good reasons for it. And I think even to this day, I could be like, okay, well, I understand why I would say the things I would say. And they make logical sense to me. They really do, even to this day. But even so, it still doesn't take away the pain when you see your own mother crying and knowing that you said what you said. And yeah, you can like say, okay, but she said this or she did this to me. You're just going to keep going in loops. And things never change that way. Somebody's got to break a cycle, right? So it's like when you verbally attack somebody and they're showing you like pretty much a mask, like your words didn't affect them. But then it's like you get to be a fly on the wall, and then you get to see them later on, and you see they're crying, or you see that they're verbally expressing what you said to them to another person, and they're either confused, or they're stressed out, or they're frustrated, or maybe they're sad. And then you get to see what this is doing to this person. It's like a whirlwind of emotions that maybe you have caused. That creates empathy. And somehow when you get to see this and you get to put yourself in that person's shoes, it kind of breaks the cycle of, yeah, but they started it, so they deserved it. You reap what you sow. Like, that energy dies out once you create and embody the energy of empathy. Big changes, opportunities, seize the moment, jump in, arrival, departure, assertive, direct, honest, quick wit, warns against impulsive or rash behavior, a strong, assertive, and decisive person, one who gets what he or she wants. Okay. So yeah, this is what I was picking up on in the beginning. This is, so I never take these, these things by word value, like specific value. So this is saying that this is Mars and Aquarius. If you guys have this, then, go for that. I take the energy of it. So yeah, this is definitely what I was seeing, is like that there is a shadow you guys have that needs to be transformed, and that you guys need to possibly, you guys are either not aware of it, or you guys are aware of it and you know it has to change, but maybe nothing's changed yet. So and I feel like, this is swords, this is air energy. I feel like this is also, so this is mental as well. So this is communication, this is thoughts. And this is exactly what I was seeing, like you guys going in your own brain, trying to figure it out and needing to change something, like rewire something in your mind. Big changes, opportunities, seize the moment. Mars, I think action, change. And so the heart chakra is coming up here. So I'm thinking, Aquarius is all about unconditional love. Yeah, it's also about genius energy, but I'm thinking since heart chakra is coming up here, I'm thinking the mind and the heart have to be balanced. So let's talk about being aligned with who you guys actually are. So who are you guys when you're aligned spiritually? Like, what does this look like? When you guys are aligned, pile one. I'm getting this calm energy, balanced, you guys, when you guys are spiritually aligned, I think you guys are able to create because your mind is, I feel like, more happy, more bright, more clear. So it allows you to daydream a little more clearly. So when you're able to daydream, you're able to create ideas. Maybe your mind is too cluttered or too stressed to daydream to the point where it allows you to create, to be innovative. I'm picking up that maybe you guys can be a little controlling currently. So when you guys are spiritually aligned, it would be like a more peaceful energy. Maybe a controlling energy takes up too much space in your mind unbeknownst to you. Maybe you're thinking of these things that you try to control in your life. So if you think about that, where is there room in your mind to create? And when I say create, I'm gonna open my eyes. I mean, like, what do you guys want to build in this life? Is it a business? Is it a hobby? Is it a home? Is it a family? You know, it's like, I think, especially with technology the way it is these days, I think we get like so caught up that we think of these things we want, and maybe we talk about them randomly with people. Like, yeah, this is what I want. These are my goals. And maybe we work on them here and there, but it's like we're not able to focus on them like we maybe potentially could, because our brain is too cluttered with things that don't really matter. Like, I think our fears or something like that. Yeah, look, Queen of Wands in reverse. Seduction, lies, strictness, disorganization, prudish, moralistic persons who try to impose their values on others. But when it's in reverse, good business sense, confidence, foresight, an attractive, magnetic, mature woman, a helpful friend who is well liked, a kind, loyal, generous, confident, competitive woman who enjoys enterprise and the limelight and also values her home and family life. So I feel like what I'm seeing is what you guys can be like once you're in the 4D, but what's holding you back currently. Yeah, I was actually definitely seeing this imagery in the very beginning. I was seeing all this light. And this makes sense to me because this is fire. This is Wands energy. This is creativity. Like I was saying, like this is the energy I was picking up on, where there's room in your mind to create and be innovative. And this is what Queen of Wands is all about. It's like a boss lady. It's somebody who's in control of their emotions. And you see Moon in Leo's coming up here. This is interesting that this is their take on okay. Anyway, so but what's holding you back is this controlling type of energy. So Moon in Leo, that type of energy needs reassurance. That energy needs compliments. They need other people's I don't want to say validation. It's not really that. It's more just like if they do something for you, like, you need to notice it. And honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just like you need to show appreciation, but there's something imbalanced about it coming through in a controlling type of way. Currently, what's holding you back? Okay. All right, who are you guys? When you guys are intuitively aligned, what does this look like? I'm picking up on this energy where it's like intuitively aligned. Looks like for you guys that you can pick up on others' energies and still, like, it wouldn't affect you at the end of the day. So what I'm thinking is currently maybe it affects you. Maybe like people's thoughts and opinions affect you. And it's like, you guys got to remember, you're not living for other people. You're living for your damn self. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? Yeah. Malice. Wait, oh my God. Hypocrisy. Sorry. Suspicion. Problem. Someone who is unconcerned with the feelings of others. Yes. Oh my God. Hold on. Sun in Gemini. Delayed news. Patience needed. Ideas. Inspiration. Planning. Vigilance. Protective. Guarded fairness. One who is calculating and unconcerned about the feelings of others. Communicators, scientists, mathematics, aviator. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Sorry. Aviators, travelers. Okay, so, all right. So, okay. So what do you guys look like when you guys are aligned with yourselves intuitively? Like when you guys are in touch with your intuition, if this sounds like your energy so far, and this sounds like, yeah, this is my reading, you guys will know that you're in touch with your intuition when you truly do not care what other people think. Because what I'm seeing is that you guys can pick up on other people's energies and it affects you. It bothers you. And that's the thing, like when you're connected with an elevated like Gemini energy, because with every zodiac sign, there's the pros and the cons, right? With the Gemini energy, when it's like elevated or however you want to look at it, so like for example, and I'm going to make a video on Mars and Gemini soon, because I have Mars and Gemini. We literally, so it's the twins. So this means one of a few things. It's either like we have both energies going on at the same time, or we have one energy and then all of a sudden that energy gets like kicked to the side and then we take on a new energy within one topic. And what I'm trying to get at here is that sometimes we just don't give a shit. Like we just, like all of a sudden we can be caring about something and then we just don't care anymore. But we understand usually when not to care. Like we know like, okay, this is like a losing battle and we don't fucking care anymore. Like this is dumb. This is just dumb and this isn't worth our time because this person isn't worth our time or these people aren't worth our time. So therefore, it's like an evolved Gemini energy knows what things are worth putting their energy into. Therefore, there's the one twin putting their energy into it. And then they also realize what things are not worth their time. And they're like, you know what? I'm out. Peace. And then they're out. That's what I'm seeing here intuitively would keep you guys aligned with your intuition. Is yes, you can pick up on knowing what others are thinking, what they're feeling, and it's like, okay, and do you care? You shouldn't, because what did this one astrologer say? He said something like, no matter what, you could be like, pretty much he was saying like the biggest people pleaser ever. You can please everybody all you want, and no matter what, eventually they will get you. Meaning the people, like somebody will come at you at some point and hate on you, dislike you for whatever reason. You can't please everybody. There's no point in trying to do that. And I'm not saying take it to an extreme and go overboard with it. No, but it's like you gotta just accept it at some point, that it's like you just gotta live for you. And when you do that, when you live from your heart and live in your true honesty in a balanced way, obviously, because you don't want to live in that honesty of like everybody's a dick, so I'm gonna treat everybody like a dick. Like, that's not what I mean. Apply common sense here. Like, if you live from your heart and you do things with good intention, that is an energy that is respectable, and most people will treat you good. I promise you. Okay, so how can you get to the 4D? What do you need to realize about yourself? Okay, what about consciously? Who is this person when you are aligned with your consciousness? Wait, I feel like I'm wording that weird. Hold on, I'm overthinking this. Hold on. Spiritually, intuitively. No, like who you actually are in the 4D. What does this consciousness look like? This new consciousness, I'm sorry. What does this new consciousness look like? Something about your words verbally. Something about, I feel like your shadow and your light and being loyal to yourself. Maybe how you verbally express yourself right now. Maybe your shadow wins. It kind of goes back to this, I feel like. And this kind of needs like fine tuning or something like that is what I'm picking up on. So what is your consciousness? What will this look like? So I feel like when you speak better, you think better, like you think kinder thoughts. I'm picking up on duality. I'm picking up on love. I'm picking up on like a very nice, imbalance, self-indulgence, excess clashing, lack of perceptive, discord, antagonism, reckless, hastiness. So this is, I feel like maybe verbally how you guys, there's the two that I was seeing. This has something to do with how you guys express yourselves verbally with your shadow and your light. There's an imbalance with your shadow and your light and how you express yourself verbally. like being loyal to yourselves, maybe like you okay, so let me start over. So when the devil in tarot is in reverse, it's like breaking free from things, breaking free from habits, addictions. Excuse me. So, and I saw that you guys were being loyal to this imbalanced energy of your shadow and light verbally. So we're asking the question, what do you guys look like when you guys are more like consciously aware, like when you guys are more aligned with yourselves? Addiction, depression, mental health issues, ego. Oh wait, I said that wrong. Addiction, depression, mental health issues, ego, secrecy, obsession, cheating, dependency, bondage, materialism, sexuality, powerlessness, hopelessness, abuse, violence. Ooh, hold on one second. Imbalance, self-indulgence, excess, clashing, lack of perspective, discord, antagonism. I am not a puppet. What does it look like when you're... Oh, you know what I'm picking up on? What does it look like when you're more in touch with yourself consciously? It seems like you're more in touch with learning about your shadow. That's what I'm picking up on here. There's an imbalance, self-indulgence, excess, clashing, lack of perspective, discord, antagonism, recklessness, hastiness, addiction, depression, mental health issues, ego, secrecy, obsession, cheating, dependency, bondage, materialism, sexuality, powerlessness, hopelessness, abuse, violence, assault. Ooh. So what I like about this is that it came through in reverse. So I feel like when you guys are more consciously aware, right? Because the 4D is when you're awakened, when you're waking up. So it's almost like you guys are breaking free from this energy of an imbalance, of a discord. And you guys are more consciously aware of your shadow. All right, so let's end this with one more question. So again, how can you guys get to the 4D? See you guys take off the headphones. And begin to listen. I see you guys take off the sunglasses. And begin to look into the shadow. And now I see a tree. And you guys are just looking at it. I think the only way you guys can grow or get some type of, or want to grow, right? You guys would want to grow, is understanding maybe the pain you guys cause others. And maybe if this is something you guys do, maybe stop thinking of what they did to cause you to create their pain. Because I feel like, again, that stops us from feeling empathy for others, is thinking about the pain they caused us, right? Balance, resourcefulness, ups and downs, adaptability, flexibility. Oh, this was the headphones. That's so funny. And the sunglasses. Adaptability, flexibility, juggling life, juggling money, transferring money, profit and loss, income and outings, financial decisions, financial stress, partnership, maybe. So it really comes down to balance. So what I'm picking up on is exactly what I was saying is, oh my God, hold on. This town sucks. I'm over it. Okay, so anyway, oh, this is the third eye chakra. So I think it's like you guys have to really, so what's coming through is Capricorn and Jupiter. You have to expand your knowledge, expand your wisdom here, inform yourself on information, expand your mind, and be grounded. This is earth energy. So it's like Spirit saying you can't be unrealistic. This is not like an unrealistic type of energy here. This is like, be smart. Like, be real about this. It's like, it gets you nowhere just thinking, this is what gets you, this is what keeps you stuck in the 3D and not really expanding your brain, expanding your mind. It kind of keeps you limited. It keeps your mind small, if I'm being honest with you guys. The only way you guys can change your shadow, like, it doesn't matter if you know the things you do are wrong. How can you want to change, especially if you are that type of person? It's like, I gotta change, and then you never change. This is exactly what gets you into that energy of changing, I'll tell you right now, is really thinking about the pain you cause other people by your actions and the things you say. Okay? All right, guys. So I hope that helped. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. All right. Bye. All right. Pile 2. Hi, Pile 2. Okay, so how can you guys get to the 4D? This town sucks. How can you get to the 4D? All right, so sorry about the background noise. So for, just in case I didn't explain it clearly, 4D is that energy of being awakened, awoken, whatever. It's really being aligned with who you truly are. It's unlearning the things you were taught who you were, and it's like unlearning all those things and learning who you actually are. Okay, so how can you guys get to the 4D? I'm going to begin channeling. How can you guys get to the 4D? Pile to? How can you guys get to the 4D? Oh, sorry. How can you guys get to... Oh, I'm picking up on patience. Maybe patience with yourself. Maybe you guys are hard on yourself. Like maybe there's a few steps you need to do in order to get to this next part of your journey of like entering the 4D. There's something about moving very fast. Again, I feel like there's something about time here. Time. And something about needing to be in it a little longer is like the energy I'm picking up on from what I'm seeing. I feel like to understand something, there's something you're supposed to understand with this current energy. I want to get to the 4D. Let's look at the card. King of Pentacles, mature, grounded male, successful, wealthy businessman, bettering yourself, not a risk taker, empire, thriving, high status, stability, security, enterprising, someone preoccupied with financial matters. Okay, well, I feel like this makes more sense than Taurus, stability, time. Oh, impatience. There's impatience and time. King of Pentacles. So how can you get to the 4D? I feel like based off everything I saw, I feel like whatever you guys are going through right now, you guys need to ground yourselves a little more. I feel like the current energy you guys are feeling right now is uncomfortable. Ooh, Taurus, Uranus and Taurus. I feel like that makes sense because in the cosmos, Uranus is shaking up your guys' Taurus placement. So it's like Taurus is that energy of wanting to be comfortable, and Uranus is making this house and any of your guys' natal planets that are there, or even your guys' progressed planets, or transit, you know, whatever, anything like that, completely uncomfortable. And it's all intentional to get you guys to grow to whatever it is you guys need to grow into. So I feel like now that I'm thinking about that, that makes sense. So I'm seeing like a very uncomfortable energy. I'm seeing something about like impatience and wanting to get out of an energy, wanting to currently be out of whatever you guys are currently in. And I feel like whenever that happens, because you guys will probably be like calm or just in a better mental and physical state, maybe, then it's like you guys can like get into the 4D. Okay. So what does this look like when you guys are spiritually aligned with yourselves? What does this energy look like? Pile 2. What does this look like? I'm picking up on this energy of wanting to connect with others, maybe communicate with others. But maybe right now you don't feel that way. Like maybe right now you don't want to communicate with people. Or maybe if you do, it's like not the best type of communication. Something like that. So what do you, okay, so how can you tell if you're spiritually aligned? There's open communication. There is kindness, there's love. But when you're not spiritually aligned, there may be blocks. You may be blocking people out in some type of way. I'm seeing shadow, and it has to do with something to do with communication, and maybe you getting advice. Maybe you're not open to advice or tips, something like that. That's what I'm seeing. defeat, surrender, change, walking away, self-sacrifice, self-sabotaging behavior, underhanded behavior, deception, lack of communication. Yes, there we go. Aggression, bullying, intimidation, abuse, violence, crime, rape, murder, assault. All right, so we got Venus and Aquarius. Oh my God, that makes sense. That total Aquarius and the Venus here energy. Okay, and then when it's in reverse, peaceful resolution, moving on, compromise, communication, ending conflict. Okay, so how will you know you're aligned spiritually? This is the energy I was picking up on, was communicating and communicating peacefully and in Venus type of energy and Aquarius type of energy. And I feel like right now what I'm picking up on is kind of like this a defense energy. Like you have like this, like you're literally no smiling or anything like that. Like I'm not picking up on ego. I'm just like your guard is up. That's what I'm picking up on. A guard being up. So maybe others pick up on a lack of communication type of energy. Or maybe if they try helping you, you shut it down, and so it's like picked up on as aggression. It's not open. You see how like he's holding a sword, two swords, I'm sorry, and then he's got another sword. Like this is how people are perceiving your energy. So it's considered to be self-sabotaging because it's not open arms. You know what? You may be one of those people where it's like somebody's giving you advice and you're just like, yeah, I know, but, you know, like those people, like, I mean, I'm not saying that that's necessarily wrong, because sometimes the people that are giving advice, it's kind of just like, I don't know, maybe they shouldn't be, or, sorry, this is for intuitively, the next one, because that's what was going on in my head. But yeah, this is what I feel like is holding you guys back in regards to being spiritually aligned, getting you to the 4D. But this is what your energy would look like if you are in the 4D. Being open, being peaceful, unconditional love, Venus energy, Aquarius energy, wanting to get together with other people, wanting to collaborate, wanting to communicate. Okay, so how will you guys know that you guys are in touch with your intuition? Okay, so I'm going to channel this. How will you guys know you're in touch? How will you guys know you're aligned with your intuition? I feel like what I'm seeing is positive things coming from a good idea. So how will you know you're aligned with your intuition? By getting like a download, or, you know, however you want to look at this, having a good idea and trying it out, excuse me, and having good results from it, positive feedback from it. This is how you know you're aligned with your intuition. When you feel, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing the scales of justice. I'm seeing, and again, that watch, I keep seeing time. I'm picking up on Venus energy. I'm picking up on Libra energy, harmony, balanced. How will you know you're aligned? And the watch just keeps going in circles. Like it's like you're not looking at it on your wrist. It's covered up by, oh, it's turning into Kundalini. Balanced doses. Balanced doses is what I'm getting from this regarding your intuition. How will you know you're aligned with your intuition? Going in doses with your downloads. Doing this in a very balanced type of way, like not overdoing it. So whatever ideas you get, they're going to be positive ones. So if they're, maybe let's just say about people. So I feel like this could be a tricky one, right? Because what about if you're getting like bad vibes from a person? I'm not saying that that's not your intuition talking to you. I just don't think your intuition is going to guide you to do anything further about it. Like it would just be like, don't do anything further with this person. Like there's nothing more to do. It's a dead end type of thing. All right, I want to see this. A financial new beginning, new financial opportunities, new job, new business money, investments, savings, prosperity, security, stability, abundance, manifestation. And what do we got going on here? We got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. All earth, balanced. Okay. Grounded, earth energy. Kundalini. So this makes sense. Like a spiritual awakening. How will you know you're aligned with your intuition? You're going to feel grounded. You're not going to feel like your heart is racing. You're not going to feel anxious. I mean, I feel like these things are very straightforward, right? However, this is what's coming through. And it's actually what I was channeling as well. I feel like when your intuition is talking to you and you get these downloads or ideas, it's going to bring like Venus energy your way as well. I was definitely picking up on Libra energy, and Venus rules Libra. Which one is this again? I know. The crown chakra. Okay, that makes sense. Grounded. And what's in reverse? Lack of money, poor financial control, lack of opportunities, or lost opportunities. So I feel like what could potentially hold you back from being in touch with your intuition, honestly, this is just going to sound so straightforward, but it's anything that makes you feel ungrounded, anything uneasy, things that don't make you feel safe. I don't think you'll be in line with your intuition. It'll be harder. I think this is also why they recommend meditation for when we go through moments like this in our lives, where random things happen or losses happen. It's like, because they set us in a spiral, and life, you can't expect everything to happen, right? You can't plan everything out in life. Okay, so how can you get to the 4D? What do you need to realize about yourself consciously? Okay, so what do you guys look like when you guys are in the 4D and you're aligned with yourselves consciously? What does this look like? I think you guys are in touch with your fears. Like you guys are more in touch with who your shadow is, like that your shadowy aspect. So maybe you guys are aware, but when you're in the 4D, it's like you're aware of it on another level. You're more well educated about your water energy and how your water energy, something about your water energy scares you. And you'll be conscious of it in the 4D. Maybe your intuition. I'm picking up on Cancer energy. Maybe the things that you know or feel that you know can feel like a tower moment. Saturn and Libra. Heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness, removal, absence, division, depression, separation, sadness, heartache, unhappiness, upheaval, grief, sorrow, upset, disorder, confusion, alienation, loss, distraction, ill health, conflict, disillusion. So which one is this? I see the third eye chakra, intuition. Okay. So when you're aligned with your, like your new state of like being like awoken, it's like it makes you more aware of your shadow on a deeper level, more knowledge of it. And I think there's something about your getting hurt. Saturn, Libra, Venus. Intuitively, I believe that you guys have a fear of getting hurt. That's what it was. That's what I was seeing. Releasing pain, overcoming depression, optimism, forgiveness. I think that this is what holds you back from being consciously aligned with yourselves in the 4D. And it's like you guys have to let go of this fear of getting hurt. Because how I was seeing this was somebody who needed to take that jump in the water, and they couldn't. It was like a fearful moment, and the water was it's like I was seeing the moon's reflection in the water, and then all of a sudden I was seeing the chest, you know, like Cancer energy is like supposed to be like you know, the boobs, you know, it's, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I was picking up on like the heart, like the intuition and the chest and all that. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing this tower and like the staircase getting there. And it's like, I feel that you guys need to release this idea of that maybe you guys are going to get hurt again. Because that's not what being awoken is all about. It's part of getting there, but that's not what being there is all about. All right. So, all right, so let's ask the question again. How can you guys get to the 4D? How can you guys get to the 4D? Definitely picking up on like this meditation energy and some type of movement energy, like going with the flow. I feel like I was seeing like an airplane, and now I'm seeing it turn into a mermaid, and now I'm seeing the very beginning of what I was seeing, which was your guys' eye. How can you guys get into the 4D? I'm picking up on this relaxing energy and not letting like the past haunt you. Like letting the past be in the past and let the future be the future. Something like that. Oh. Loss. Oh, I like that. Moving forward, moving on, accepting help, healing, forgiveness, rejoining the world. I like that because this is Mars and Scorpio. Ooh. No, I don't like that. No. But I like the Mars. Sorry if you guys are Mars and Scorpio. I feel like, I feel like I have that too, because I got Mars and Gemini in the 8th house. So it's like, my interpretation of that is like Mars and Scorpio on crack, if I'm being honest with you. So it's like, ooh. So how can you guys get to the 4D? Not bringing the past with you. I know that sounds so straightforward, but sometimes that's all it takes, is hearing it from another person to let it hit home. I don't know why that is. It's crazy how our mind works that way. But, and sometimes I think like we don't realize that we're holding on to these energies until we realize we're holding on to these energies. So, you know, I think also what can help you guys out is realizing, you know, if you guys are in the dating world right now, you know, like something like this, like what type of people are you attracting? There is something to that with law of attraction. There's a reason why you guys are attracting specific individuals into your lives. Even if you're doing well in life, there's something to look at. There's something there. I'm picking up on a maybe like a fearful energy, a safety energy, because when I think of this energy, Mars and Scorpio, it's always like the need to protect oneself, the need to be safe. That's what it really comes down to with like this water energy. At least, but here's the thing with water energy, it's kind of tricky energy. Is it really that, or is that what it feels like? You know, you got to be clear with that, because sometimes that's where the trickery is that we're kind of creating this storyline in our head that doesn't really exist. It's just how it feels. Okay? So I think that if you guys can, I think through meditation and contemplation, this is what can help you guys get to the 4D. And it looks like a much more happy place, a much more stable place, and you guys can attract better things your way by getting there, okay? All right, guys, I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. All right, bye.